Well, hello. This is Mary Farias with 5 minutes of personal development is better than nothing. We are going through my book, How to Study Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. We're on page 51, and we had just gone through yesterday the instructions on how to transmute desire into riches. So on the bottom of page 51 here, let me start my timer. Bottom of page 51, it says, to the uninitiated who has not been schooled in the working principles of the human mind, these instructions may appear impractical. It may be helpful to all who fail to recognize the soundness of the 6 steps to know that the information they convey was received from Andrew Carnegie, who began as an ordinary laborer in the steel mills, but managed, despite his humble beginning, to make these principles yield him a fortune of considerably more than $100 million. It may be of further help to know that the 6 steps here recommended were carefully scrutinized by the late Thomas A. Edison, who placed his stamp of approval upon them as being not only the steps essential for the accumulation of riches, of money, but necessary for the attainment of any definite goal. The steps call for no, quote, hard labor. They call for no sacrifice. They do not require one to become ridiculous or credulous. To apply them calls for no great amount of education, but the successful application of these 6 steps does call for significant imagination to enable one to see and to understand that accumulation of money cannot be left to chance, good fortune, and luck. One must realize that all who have accumulated great fortunes first did a certain amount of dreaming, hoping, wishing, desiring, and planning before they acquired the money. You may as well know right now, right here, that you can never have riches in great quantities unless you can work yourself into a white heat of desire for money and actually believe you will possess it. You may as well know also that every great leader from the dawn of civilization down to the present was a dreamer. Christianity is the greatest potential power in the world today because its founder was an intense dreamer who had the vision and the imagination to see realities in their mental and spiritual form before they had been transmuted into physical form. If you do not see great riches in your imagination, you will never see them in your bank balance. Napoleon Hill lays it out right here. We must use our intellectual faculties combined with the universal laws and our knowledge of them in order to help us get these riches, these goals that we're looking to achieve. It is so important that we understand, he says, to the uninitiated, this might sound like hooey, but Carnegie, Edison, and others who have been extremely successful have A-okayed these recommendations. So we have to understand that just because society says we must be realistic, or we have to know how to do something, or we have to know where the money's coming from, or we have to have all the answers up front, just because that might be our underlying belief doesn't make it true. It doesn't make it accurate. So we need to begin with an open mind. And we also need to begin with a vivid imagination of what could be. I love the idea of sitting and imagining. So this is what I encourage you to do. Sit down, quiet your mind, and begin to imagine your best life. What does it look like? I don't know what it looks like for you. I know what it looks like for me because I've done this. And it's happening because I've done it. So we can begin living on purpose. We can be imagining our best life, and then we can begin moving in that direction. But it starts in the imagination. That's where the creative process begins with fantasy. And the more fantasy that we go and spend time with, the more we create that picture and the more we massage it into a burning hot desire, the more time we want to spend with it. And the more we focus on it, the more it grows. So I hope this is a great day for you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.